Hello and welcome back. In this episode, we'll be continuing from question number 3 to 8 in the Penny Catechism of the Christian doctrine. Let's begin. Question number 3 states, to whose image and likeness did God make you? Answer, God made me in his own image and likeness. Let's take that apart. It is not out of place to tell a child that he has the image and likeness of his parent. So the term image and likeness signifies in that answer that God made us as his children. And it is our identity as God's children that bestows on us our human dignity. And this is what sets us apart from every other creature and every other thing made in this world. On earth, all humans are representative of God. We must seek at all times to bring out the best in ourselves and also the best in others, to continue God's work of creating and beautifying both the world and the inhabitants in it. We continue with question number 4. Is this likeness to God in your body or in your soul? The answer states, this likeness to God is chiefly in my soul. In this question, the Catechism lets us know that every human being is made up of two distinct parts, the body and the soul. Compared to the soul, the body is like a container and the soul is the content. So I'm going to take question number 5 and question 6 together. Number 5. How is your soul like to God? And the answer is, my soul is like to God because it is a spirit and it is immortal. And question number 6 goes, what do you mean when you say your soul is immortal? The answer, when I say my soul is immortal, I mean that my soul can never die. Let's explain this. The concept of life after death is something that is seen in many cultures of the world and in almost all religions of the world. So it is not a very difficult concept to grasp. And so when the Catechism of the Catholic Church tells you that your soul is immortal, it's almost like re-echoing what you already feel and know about yourself. We do not treat the dead as people that have vanished into oblivion. Our time on earth will outlive us. Whether that is your soul, your spirit, or your works remains to be seen. So let's move to question number 7, which states, of which must you take more care of, your body or of your soul? The answer, I must take most care of my soul, for Christ has said, what does it profit a man if he gains the whole world and suffer the loss of his own soul? Matthew 16:26. Inasmuch as we do all the best we can to take care of our bodies, we must take most care of our soul. We must pay attention to the content of who we are. We can see this in our lives, so that when we pursue just material gains all through our lives becomes empty and hollow. But when we focus on building ourselves up from the inside, being good human beings and being a source of help and inspiration to others, our lives become filled with goodness and joy and peace. I have never had somebody laying on their deathbed and saying that, oh, I wish I made more money in this life. But there have been a lot of stories about people who on their deathbed made statements like, oh, I wish I lived a better life. I wish I was more generous. I wish I was more kind, more loving. I wish I was a better human being. This goes to show that one of the most important things we can do with our lives is to take good care of our soul. Next question. Question number 8 goes, what must you do to save your soul? And the answer, to save my soul, I must worship God by faith, hope, and charity. That is, I must believe in him, I must hope in him, and I must love him with my whole heart. And so we start with the 3 theological virtues of faith, hope, and charity. And this is like repeating question number 2, which is to know God, to love God, and to serve God. We're going to explain in detail what faith is, what hope is, and what charity is in the coming lectures. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and have a nice Sunday.